I really liked the fact that while reading it, I was really feeling like I was Rosa, and it's weird because it's very I would say it's very like it's kind of melancholic in a way, like very sad to you start and then by the you read and you think, okay, this is going to end because you're hinting it. So and these two characters are just like taking all the language expression to just like leave in those lines, and that's like really powerful, I think. And I think like reading it really makes you, it's like really well made in the sense of you really feel you're that character. You feel like you have a very short time and it's gonna, you're gonna kind of
at the same
dry
time,
up as well.
At the same time, you don't want to steal something from the character after the third page or something. I like this continuous exchange of dimension. You start reading a story of two characters, and then it turns out you are taking like their words. You are the only way to make them alive. I really like this thing, the fact that it gives value to writing in general. Is very conceptual in terms of the resistance of writing a long time and narratives, and the fact that they are only alive when you write the poem makes it even more powerful and alive, I think.
And then I think also like reading something so romantic is kind of like being transported in the 1800. Like it's really, that's why I'm saying the translation is very good, because it's not easy at all to write something like that in Italian. Like it's very, very well blended, and a lot of like, you just feel like you are Tristana and Isotta, how you call them, Tristana and Isotta.
Yeah.
You feel like you belong to those times, and you kind of have a little glimpse of believing in some kind of eternity or something for a little bit, just like those people maybe would be, rather than, compared to now, but we're kind of very much more nihilist, like very much
Tinder style, you mean?
Like it's sort of like that romanticism is really it really puts you in another time, I think.
At the same time, it makes you like willing to change the story, maybe to go on and to be unrespectful towards Lawrence. And you want to go on with their story and maybe change it, but at the same time you don't want to be disrespectful to them. If you have this feeling, it's good, because it feels like they are actually alive in a very conceptual way.
You kind of get surprised while you're reading, and especially you don't expect anything, and you don't expect to have to read a short kind of story of these two characters who are already from the beginning hinting they're gonna disappear in a short time. So this is like very important not to know it. It's just like the story.
And also, it makes it more. The text becomes more real, actually, because if it was a repetition, the text itself would contradict the thing. Yeah, because it says, like, when it says that we are alive only through these words for these seconds and so on. I think
it makes it very important to be like the first time you're reading it.
Exactly, the first time, and then it should be someone else reading it, right?
I think, like, because they're hinting it from the beginning, I kind of, you kind of see they're already saying, oh, we have this time. There is a determination in that eternity they're looking, in a way. They're like constantly reminding themselves that, they're speaking about this endless and this like, and then, but they're always like, there's this timing thing. So it's kind of like all the time in a time, but then speaking about like eternity is kind of, I don't know if it makes sense, but so while you're reading it, you kind of feel the clock is, tick-tocking, and you kind of understand that you're gonna be led to the end in this way. I mean, it's not predictable, but you kind of, by the time you read it, and they're just like saying, oh, this is gonna end, yeah, but let's just leave it now, and then you kind of
Yeah. Also that part in which Rosa changed, like it seems like she's changing something from the previous time. And she says, no, I'm saying it now, so it's in the writing. So that's it. It keeps it open all the time, which is very good.
When Rose was like saying, or when they were hinting like, let's do something like provocating, but at the same time, the reader, as a reader, you think, oh no, I cannot do it because I cannot, betray this play, this thing. So you kind of think, oh, maybe I should do the gesture or something, but then you think, no, maybe I shouldn't because they're not doing it in a way. I don't know. You just don't want to go out of that in a way, so they can leave the way they can leave again. With, otherwise they wouldn't be them.
Yeah, this part is quite trippy, which is nice. No, because you have this multi-dimensional like perception, like you are in the character, you're out of the character, you're just playing for the character. So it confuses you, which is nice.